Hope House is a ministry for those that are coming to the Houston area with cancer or different illnesses where they need to be in the medical center for treatment. And they're all coming from outside of the Houston area, and what they get to do is actually stay here in the Hope House. And the Hope House is an apartment. It's a safe place where they can come, they can rest, they can receive care not just by the hospital, but also our pastoral care staff and Hope House team.
I'm a patient at MD Anderson and had breast cancer, totally cancer-free today. When we walked into that condo, the Holy Spirit met us there. We knew that was the home for the next 3 weeks. There was food in the pantry. There was car keys in a bowl that if we had needed this car, the pastoral ministry team was willing to provide us that. And it was so comfortable. Sharon called us about every other day to check on us, to see if there was anything we needed. And she's always full of prayers.
This all started with just a vision that was put on Pastor Greg's heart.
The idea for Hope House came really from our family. Kelly's mom was diagnosed with cancer. They're from a small town, so they came to Houston, and we were her Hope House. She would stay with us, and then we would take her to all of her appointments. You know, a lot of times you don't know what people are going through until you're going through it, and then you're like, whoa, how do people do this? Well, they stay in hotels where they try to find friends, and so we just thought we need to do something, and so I started praying about it. Just saying, Lord, what would you have us do? What would you have us do? One morning I woke up and I was just praying about Hope House, and I'd been thinking about it for a while. We didn't even have the name Hope House. It was just a concept. Went to lunch, came back from lunch, and sitting on my desk was a check from a church member that had just finished a big business deal. And he said, use it for whatever you think the Lord is leading our church to do. So I called him, and I knew him already, and I said, hey man, I'm overwhelmed by this. And I said, I think we need to buy a condominium, buy an apartment just right here next to the church at that time, next to the Loop campus. We need to buy this and use it for this reason. And he said, Pastor, you don't know it, but my wife's sister died of cancer a month ago. It would bless us immensely for you to do it in that way. But it all came from that seed and how God put that together on that day. And then now look where we are.
We are currently in the original Hope Houses. We have had them for several years now. And the reason that we started looking at making changes is because over the last few years, just the buildings are older, and so we've noticed a lot of different issues. We've never had a family unit. Because the units are so small, we haven't been able to invite people who have families, and so we've had different families we've had to turn away because they have children with them.
This opens up the opportunity that mom and dad can bring up to their 3 children and have a children's room specifically set up for them. So it gives us a lot more flexibility as to who we can take care of. It gives us the opportunity to take care of these families, not as individuals, but as families. There's so many different ways to minister through Hope House, and it's one of those things that we're called to do, and sometimes we try to make it so complicated. Really, to minister to folks through Hope House and love on folks through Hope House, it's as simple as writing a card, giving somebody a phone call and saying, hey, I'm praying for you, saying, hey, can I take you out for a cup of coffee?
It's a wonderful ministry that y'all are doing here, and I'm just awed that y'all been able to do it. We had great support here from the folks here, from Sharon, from the church here, and we have great support back home. And with those two gelled together and the Lord in the middle of it, we can't go wrong. We can't go wrong.